medyo, nakamute pala. Yan. So, welcome back to CL's live stream. I haven't done live stream in years because I was so busy. I was also in a very dark place, like, um, for a few years. But here we are again. Try na natin mag live stream ulit, in case anyone's interested. So, we have the latest satellite imagery of Metro Manila. So, this is dated back in February 2026. So it's provided by Landsat Copernicus. So if you can see in your own Google Maps, it's already there. But some of these images, satellite imagery, is not yet 100% updated. But most of Metro Manila from um, from the northern part of Las Piñas up to Bulacan near Philippine Arena. But unfortunately, the latest satellite imagery um, is not all the way to the eastern part of Metro Manila. So it doesn't include BGC. It doesn't include Ortigas yet. It doesn't include the northern eastern part of QC. So we're only gonna be seeing the changes in um, Manila, Pasay, Camanapa, and a little bit of Bulacan. So let's see. So the first thing that I noticed is that the land reclamation from Manila Bay is huge. It's bigger than from what we've seen from last time. So for reference, this is August 2025 of last year, and it's now bigger. It's now fuller, but I can't notice what uh this particular blob thing. Are you doing like some kind of expansion for the land reclamation? Because I saw in Wikimapia. Oh, wait, there is. So it looks like there's another island, um, probably somewhere here. And this is Pasay Harbor City. And the 5 hectare island. But it says here that there's like a water passage in between this. So I'm not sure why they made this hole. Um, the bigger island, so island A and island B is what I could say. It looks whole. Looks whole now. I'm not sure what kind of activities that they're doing here. You can see some trucks. You can see some excavators or something. Looks like there's an access road as well that they've put up like a bridge. I'm not sure if this is like a permanent bridge, but it is connected like near the Jokno Boulevard in front of the Senate. So it looks like that's the access point going there. It's huge. It's freakishly huge. One thing that I also noticed is that when I was in attended the concert in Mo Arena, there was like a huge construction site of an SMX building here. The Angkas that I booked, I accidentally booked this SMX building that's under construction. So the Angkas driver had to drop me off here and I had to walk all the way to Moa just to get there. So if you're gonna book Angkas or Joyride or Move It, select the SMX itself, not I forgot what this building is called. Hmm. If you can see here in the latest satellite image, it kind of looks like Sim City because there's a little bit of angle here, and you can see that even taller buildings um are not just vertical, so you can see like some kind of depth into it. I don't know what these buildings are. It's probably condo units in Moa area. It's so dense. It's so dense in this particular area. What we can also see here is the recent um, EDSA rehabilitation project. So you can see the newly added asphalt and renovation works from Pasay side, but it doesn't have any road markings yet. So my impression is that the driving experience here is smoother than what we've experienced before when it was the back to back. I'm not sure how long the stretch um of the EDSA rehabilitation project is, but if you don't see any lane markings, I'm assuming that's the renovated part. There are still some sections in EDSA that are not yet um are not yet renovated, like some overpasses, some access roads, or some service roads. Um, yeah. We can also see the construction from where Greenbelt used to be. So if we can look at OpenStreetMap, I don't 100% memorize everything here. So we're on the same page here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is the one. So this is Greenbelt 1. Yeah, so a lot of construction work happening there. Um, yeah, we can see the full stretch of Makati Central Business District here. This is the my favorite building in Makati District. So this is the GT Tower. So it's owned by George T of Petrobank. Um, we can also see one of the stations of the supposed Makati subway. I'm not sure what the hell happened to that project. I think they shelved it in the middle of construction. So it'll be years until we have a subway in um Makati. What else do we see here? We can also see some construction work on where the circuit Makati used to be. I remember the rave staging area back in the um mid 2010s. So they used to have like this curved stage here, but it's gone. Yeah. What else do we see around here? Let's go a little bit further south. So I know that the LRT one extension has long been completely operational. From Baclaran Station, this is Redemptorist. This just in front of Baclaran Church. We can still see some LRVs that are traversing through this curve here. I'm assuming this is one of the Gen 4s, I think. I don't know, I'm colorblind. I can't see shit. So we have Redemptorist. We have I forgot what this station is called. I think it's uh damn, I'm supposed to know this. Oh yeah, Mia Road. It's a little bit intriguing that a lot of these station names are named after the airport because Mia Road stands for Manila International Airport back in the day because this particular road here is called Mia Road, and it's still a few kilometers away from the nearest terminal. So we'll get to Naiya in a few. Like I know there are some buses or point to point buses coming from PITX going to Naiya, but this is like the busiest international airport in the Philippines, and it doesn't have any active and direct rail connections. So if you want to take the rail or metro or LRT from anywhere in Manila and you're going to the airport, you have to go to PITX. Then it will take you to a P2P bus using Uber Express going to Terminal 1 and 2. After the PITX station, we have the Ninoy Aquino Avenue. Again, another kind of misleading station because Ninoy Aquino Avenue is associated with the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. It's still pretty far. I don't recall 100% if there's like public transportation going from this station going to Terminal 1. So let me know in the comments if there's like direct transportation going to here. Like it's like it should be like an alternative to PITX, especially if you're coming from the south. So you can just um disembark here and then go to Terminal 1 or 2. And then the last station that we have at the moment is this is the current terminus. This is the Dr. A. Santos station. So if you're going to Las Piñas, this is the nearest station that you can get. to mainland Las Piñas. So there's like a nice transport hub here with e-jeeps and minibuses, I think, and tricycles as well. It's just behind SM Sukat. This is like my go-to mall back in my childhood, and it's really nice to see like an LRT station near it. And we can see here the turnback for the LRT one. Um, it ends here at the moment near C5 extension. So I have no idea what the hell happened to the LRT one extension because they built like this huge ass flyover near Tramo. So Tramo used to be is literally tram. So it's been years since or decades rather since we had last streetcars or trams here in Metro Manila. So they repurposed the old right of way of the trams and turned it into like residential areas. So the LRT one Las Peñas station is supposed to be somewhere here. But because of the flyover, I don't know what the hell they're gonna put the LRT one station. If we're gonna go a little bit more southwest, we can see like the satellite depot of the LRT one. It's done. So there's supposed to be some rails here as well. So I have no idea if they're gonna continue putting up rails here because of this flyover thing. I just remember the congressman from Las Piñas is pushing to um, demolish this flyover, if I remember from the recent news. If you can see also from the satellite depot, there's supposed to be like a Zapote station somewhere here. So this is like the right of way of it. So they've already demolished like some parts of this particular area here. I think this is Bacoor already, or is it still Las Piñas? So if we're gonna trace the extension, it's supposed to curve here. There's some clouds covering here, but this is like the right of way. If I remember, the Niog station, it's supposed to be somewhere here in Aguinaldo Highway. So there's still no visible construction on what's supposed to happen in this particular part of Bacoor. So yeah, um, Las Piñas as well has this river drive, so it's like an alternate way for private vehicles. If but I think it's a dumb design because the as I remember driving here, like the corners are really tight and the road's width is really really narrow. So if you're gonna go head on head with a giant SUV, you might need to slow down and give way to smaller or bigger vehicles. So it's insane. What else do we have here? Um, oh yeah, I remember the Cavitex C5 link. So we can see this truck pet interchange connecting Cavitex all the way to C5. I remember this is already fully operational. So you can take the C5 Cavitex link if you're coming from Cavitex and you're going to BGC. So it's impressive that they were able to finally complete um this circumferential road. It's like one of the missing links. So if in case you're wondering what this looked like before, it was just like a partial interchange, a lot of construction work, a lot of right of way issues. And then they partially opened it for just the Cavitex segment up to the C5 extension. I remember this one was just being built, but I think they finished end to end of it, end to end. Yeah. Um. Ever since San Miguel Corporation also privatized NAIA and took control of operations, I think there's been some drastic changes with how Terminal One looks. So let me just load it real quick. Oh, that's really slow. Hold on. Uh, if you can see here, like the parking lot just below the Terminal One, they added this big ass structure here in front. The parking lot in front of the Terminal One is gone, so I haven't experienced this um firsthand, but like it's been years since I had an international flight. Is it probably like a waiting area or like an extension of the concourse or something? I don't know. Um, I have no idea what the hell happened here. Probably you're gonna expand it like a tarmac or a new terminal. Look at this. This is like only one of the few green spaces left in Pasay, and it's gone. Wow, that's alarming. That Terminal 4 is gone. So I think it's been gone for quite some while. I remember in the last team building that I had with my last company, we had a domestic flight from Terminal 4 to um, to Bohol. So this used to be the site of Terminal 4. It's not loading properly. Oh, there it is. So this is the site before the demolition. This used to be like the old domestic terminal, so they converted it to Terminal 4. So that's gone. Damn. What interesting aircraft do we see here? Not sure 100% if the runway 31 is still being used. Was there some X's here? Uh, but there's no X on the other side. So I have no idea where the planes are taking off. Probably here, I guess. Let's go to the Lufthansa side. There's like a big ass Airbus A380 here. I'm not sure what airline is this. Is this Emirates? Mm, yeah, plenty of huge aircraft around here. What else do I find interesting uh, in the latest satellite imagery? Okay, so um, I'm sure everyone's aware of the NSCR project, the North South Commuter Railway. So a lot of the old alignment of the PNR has been removed because I remember a few years ago there's still some stations and let's give an example. This is Buendia station, so well, we can still see some of the old trains here, but most of it's gone. So they're gonna make some new structures for the NSCR project, which we will also get to in a second. What else did we see here? There's nothing much interesting going on here. Unfortunately, we can't see BGC because I really wanted to see what happened to this block in front of that park. This used to be where I usually drink after work. I forget what it's called. It's the fort. Yeah, it's the fort. It's gone. And the MC Home Depot, nope, it's gone. But they're gonna convert it into a road here. What else do I find interesting in the latest satellite imagery? Oh yeah, the Horizon Plaza. So this thing is freakishly huge. It's bigger than the Rizal stadium complex. They're gonna turn this into a mall residential kind of structure. It's huge. One of the biggest things I've seen. What else? Dolomite Beach. It's still here. It's just like a narrow strip of sand. I wouldn't call it sand. It's just made up of crushed rocks. It hasn't changed over the years. I remember the fellas are debating a lot on this Dolomite Beach project. Let's see what it looks like in the beginning of 2020 when it wasn't there. See, it wasn't there, and they built it. Oh my god, Google Earth or my internet is really, really slow. There it is. That's the hype. There's Dolomite Beach. I think they expanded it over the years. Let's see what do we have here. Oh, let's go to Luneta. So they removed the giant Lapu-Lapu monument here at the center and the huge relief map of the Philippines. So in case y'all are interested in what this looked like before, I think they closed it like a few years ago because of the renovation stuff. So this is the Lapu-Lapu Monument, and this is like the relief map of the Philippines. It's a nice attraction, but a lot of the trees have been chopped off. The monument is now gone. I don't know where they relocated this this monument. Of course, the eyesore, Torre de Manila, is still here, overlooking it. Manila, kilometer zero. Let's see what else they find interesting. Any cruise ships? There's like a huge yacht here, or a super yacht, cargo ships. Nothing much interesting going on here in Manila. Remember when the Manila post office got uh caught on fire like a few years ago? I think most of the damage of the structures gone. I guess you can't see any more uh satellite images that shows the damage. Um, the Intramuros and Binondo Bridge is here. So what I find this layout kind of wanky because in order to get to the bridge itself, you have to go to one of these access roads, and it's not even like a direct point A to point B kind of bridge. Like it's going here towards Inner Binondo. Like there's like a service road that you have to go to corners just to get there. And the other southbound lane, you have to go through what's this road name called? Um, the La Industria, Riverside Drive. So it's not a bridge. It's not a conventional bridge um like the Lawton Bridge. It's more of a spaghetti bridge that has like a fancy arch to it. So I don't know. I think it's all fluff. Um, the Pasig River Esplanade looks nice from this angle, but I hope that they could expand it all the way throughout the Pasig River itself. Because what this looked like a few years ago, like there's no esplanade at all. It's just like concrete structure to the river. But now there's an esplanade. It's a nice. We need more public parks here in Metro Manila, to be honest. Because look at all this concrete. There's nothing. There's no place. Like there's no third place here for people to hang out or just relax outside of home. Caught my attention is that this large vacant lot thing. I did a detailed Facebook post on it. I can't seem to figure out what's going on in this um random forest in this peninsula. I've already said before, like the this particular area has trees. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'm assuming that this particular area is like forestry. So see, this one is empty. I remember back in previous satellite images, it has like some sort of warehouse in this particular lot. Let's show satellite images where it still has a lot. See, there's still some buildings and structures here back in 2010s, and there's like a warehouse in this particular peninsula. Like the oldest satellite images that we have is very blurry, but the earliest clear one is 2001. So I have no idea who owns this, and I have no idea why we still have this. But it's nice to have. This is like a lung in the middle of the city of Manila. It's kind of nice. Speaking of huge structures, we can see the Skyway here. I remember this southbound ramp from Quirino. Um, they recently opened this. It wasn't open before, if I recall from memory. Um, it wasn't there when it opened, so probably some right of way issues. Okay, so this is what it looked like. And here it is now. Let's see if they already chopped off a lot of trees here. Okay, so before the Skyway was built, there was a hell lot of trees in this Quirino Avenue, also known as C2. What the hell is happening here? So there's trees, a lot of trees in this um busy avenue. But that was all gone. The hell? We need more trees in our metropolis, and it's insane that they chopped off a lot of more trees. I don't know if they're gonna do an extension of this, but a lot of the trees here have been long gone. They're trying to do like a Riverside Expressway or something. That's ridiculous. You're meaning to tell me that in this perimeter alone, it's gonna be full of expressways, elevated ones. It's insane. Let's go to the NLEX connector. So this is like the current right of way of the Skyway. We're going to north a little bit here. We're supposed to see the NLEX connector. It's still partially done. It's probably like some clearing stuff here. I'm not sure what they will do to this bridge, to be honest, because this is the alignment on where the NSCR is supposed to be. No clue. But I think this is partially open, but um you can only uh, enter and exit in España. So it's supposed to connect um Skyway to um the NX segment going to the Smart Cloverleaf interchange in NLEX. It's really long, freakishly long. It's using the old alignment of the PNR. Let's see the Tutuban station. You can see that some of the old train sets are still here. I parked it here. Wow. But most of the rail have been dismantled, so I have no idea where they're gonna put the new Tutuban station. But if we're gonna go a little bit north, we will see some progress on the NSCR. So currently the NSCR ends in this particular section of Valenzuela. I think it ends here. But most of the construction work already has like the viaducts, the elevated viaducts, and it even has the depot already here. The station looks complete, but looks like the train yard is not yet done. You can see some rolling stocks here of the NSCR. That is freakishly long. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. This is an 8-car configuration of the NSCR. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, this is the 8-car one. Huh, interesting. So it further goes north. There's another station here. There's another station in Marilao. Another station in, I think Bocaue is next. Oh yeah, this is Bocaue. So it's really interesting that the Bocaue station is just somewhat near Philippine Arena. You know what would be good for concert goers to the Philippine Arena? If they were to add like a monorail connecting the Bocaue station to the Philippine Arena. So what will this look like? Like it's probably like a station here, elevated there, pass it somewhere here. I don't know, and just put a station here in the middle. Because I remember attending a concert, the Eras tour in Singapore. There's like a train station underneath, between the stadium. It's really nice. Like it's not even less than an hour from when the concert ended, and then I went back to my hotel. It's so convenient to have a rail station near a huge venue like the National Stadium in Singapore. If we were to have this in the Ciudad de Victoria in Philippine Arena, it would be very helpful for concert goers getting in and out of the venue. Because Getting out of the Philippine arena itself, it's a pain in the butt. There's like there's only like one exit here. You can either exit in Ciudad de Victoria or go through the streets of Bocaue just to exit and enter Bocaue itself. There's like huge parking lots in a lot of segments here in this access road. And there's a strong potential to put a rail station. Like it takes like an hour or two to get out of Philippine Arena itself. So imagine you got tired and waiting for the concert to begin, standing outside, and then you're gonna go home and you still need to spend a couple of hours just to get out of um the arena. Then you have to get stuck in traffic. A lot of habal drivers are offering you a ride, and it's overpriced. Everything can be solved if there was rail access. That's it. It's just a simple two station monorail to connect it with a higher capacity, like the NSCR. So the satellite image ends here. We can't see a pilot station, or I think this is Giginto. I think this is Balagtas. A pilot station is still a little bit further north. So this is like the only scope of the latest satellite update of Google. What else do we find interesting here? It's the Metro Manila subway. So this is supposed to be the subway yard. I'm not sure where they're putting the rolling stock. Nope, I don't think there's any rolling stock yet. What I can see as well is that the LX segment going from the Smart Connect interchange to um to QC C5, it briefly abrupts here. But if you were to continue going east, this is you see this huge high density area here. That's supposed to be the right of way of the said expressway back in the 90s. But they just occupied this entire strip of land and they completely abandoned the extension of the C5. So that's why C5 is abrupted by um, this particular alignment. So it looks like it's going to extend eastward, this huge strip of land up to Batasan. You see this very thin horizontal piece of land? It's supposed to go to Batasan. But I don't know, for some reason, decades of poor planning, it never went into um, to reality. So unfortunately, the C5 only abruptly ends somewhere in for C5 here near Tandang Sora. So if they're gonna build another expressway, it's supposed to go somewhere here. Here. Yeah. Still a long way to go. We don't have the latest satellite imagery of the MRT-7, but we can see the common station in North EDSA. So this is North EDSA, SM North EDSA. This is the LRT1 and MRT3 shared station, and this is the MRT7. This is the Metro Manila subway station. So it's a little bit far from the LRT1 and MRT3 are supposed to be. So I'm not 100% sure how commuters are going to transfer from LRT1 and MRT3 to the subway station because it's a little bit of far. It's far. They should like put a dedicated pathway directly connecting here. So yeah, MRT7 station is almost done, I think. What I find interesting is that if you're gonna go further south here in West Avenue, it looks like this is not a turn back. Uh, this is not a turn back for the MRT7. It looks like it's still gonna go south in West Avenue. Um, I'm not sure if you guys remember the um, I think it was LRT 8 or MRT 8. it's supposed to go to España Avenue. So I'm not sure what they're doing here. Is it gonna go to West Avenue, then eventually to España or Quezon Boulevard? Because there's a huge potential of putting a heavy rail in España, because this will pass like a lot of high density areas, including U Belt, UST, and it has the potential of connecting it to the LRT 1 and LRT 2. It's amazing. I'm not sure what the plan is here, but hopefully they can expand it one day. Because this R7 route connecting Manila to QC needs rail. They strongly need rail. We can see the UNTV tower. It's still in progress. I'm not sure if they're gonna do the disc thing. It looks like a chocolate fountain for me. UNTV tower. Because I remember when I was still in MCGI, they were building this huge ass millennial tower. It has three spiral discs that will serve like a restaurant or a radio station or something. I'm not even sure if that's technically feasible. I'm not saying it is, but they still haven't topped up with the spiral thing. So, in case you're wondering where the MRT 3 depot is, it's over here. It's tucked away here, and I think it's supposed to go underground. It's here. What else do we see here? I don't know. Not much infrastructure changes here. Hmm, let's browse south a little bit more. I don't think there is. Aside from the, let's go to the tour of Malacanang, because Malacanang is like the strictest place I've been here in the Philippines. Of course, it's a presidential palace. It hosts like the um operations of the executive branch. Yeah, but it's not as open as the White House or Buckingham Palace. Like you can't take photos outside of the Malacanang. Like I was, uh, I had, I passed by here one time, and then I just took a picture of the facade because it's nice to see some historic building. Then one of the PSGs approached me and asked me to delete the photo, and then they asked so much questions like, "What am I doing here? What is it for?" I don't know, man. Like this is a piece of history. Why is tourism not allowed in the facade? Like, what if I'm a foreign tourist and I would just want to visit to see the power of Philippines? I can't just take pictures of it. I know it's for security reasons, but I think it's just way too restrictive because this is the people's house after all. I'm not sure why we're not allowed to take photos. And PSGs even took note of the plate number of the taxi that I rode that day. It's kind of sketchy. But yeah, the rules are rules. I have nothing much to do about it. So yeah, let's comply. What else did we see here? I don't think there's much going on in Manila. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm done. If anyone is interested, what the Asiana district looks like, or the entertainment city looks like before Okada was built, it was just like an empty strip of land. PITX isn't there yet. Okada isn't here yet. Resorts World isn't there yet. And the old Coastal Mall is still there. See, Naya Expressway isn't even here yet. I remember back in college days, I used to commute here every day from Coastal. I always get stuck in traffic here in Cavite Cross Boulevard. Such a pain in the ass. Until they started building the Nai Expressway. So here it is. And the Coastal Mall is like just a big ass bus terminal until they finally demolished it like years later. And yeah, there it is. So they replaced the Coastal Mall with the PITX, the PTX, as the main bus hub for commuters. I'm not sure why they should have placed here instead, because this is like a more busy intersection in Mia Road. It's too far. It's too inaccessible. Like the closest here that you can get is like this subdivision, gated subdivision with fancy houses. I'm 100% I'm 99% sure that the people here don't even use the PITX at all. Like they all have their fancy private cars. And for me personally, the PITX should be stationed where the Coastal Mall once stood. It's closer to an intersection. It has an easier access to the highway. I don't know, man. Um, yeah, let's go to Bay City. So in just a few years, there's like a lot of development that happened here. So back in the 2010s, it's like this is just a barren strip of reclaimed land. It's like full of hotels, offices, condos, so much going on. Same with MOA. Because I remember back in the day, like I even remembered when MOA opened for the first time. We can see the Manila Bay. Like this is just the barren strip of land before. I don't know what this is. There's like some informal settlers back in the day. So yeah, a lot of SM headquarters used to be here. MOA was there. Ecom Center wasn't there yet. Then boom, full of buildings. There should be, aside from the mall, there should be like a bigger tourist attraction here. Like something that should replicate what Marina Bay Sands has. Because to be honest, there's no photo worthy structure here in Moa Bay area aside from the globe itself. And you can't even walk up to the globe itself. It's like closed off to vehicular traffic or to pedestrians rather. Yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. That's the latest satellite imagery of Google Earth in Manila, Tamanava, and Pasay. So if there's gonna be like some update changes here in the eastern part of Metro Manila, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching.